What is up? What is up? Um, wow, this channel has gone through a lot of changes, man. Lots of changes. So, what we're gonna do for this new channel, it's the same channel. Deleted all my videos. If you guys hear background video, or background noise, it's just the YouTube video playing on my TV. Um, but rebranded. We're Mecha and Q. I know, whatever, I changed all my trading styles, yada yada yada, whatever. This is final, this is done, this is the one I understand the most, whatever, this is cool. No more changing. New upload schedule, gonna be one video every single day. Wow. Every day after I'm done trading, I'm gonna hit record, I'm gonna talk. If I don't take a trade, I'm going to do a psychology video about my mental and all that other stuff. So, as you guys can see on the chart looks a lot different. As you can see at the bottom, we have an Apex account. Basically, yeah, just gonna talk about my trade that I took today, why I took it, what I did wrong, what I did right if I win, what I did right even if I lose, and I did follow my rules. But we are basically just going to look at it, and we're gonna do this from here. Cool. All right. Let's get right into it. So, I came into the market this morning at like 6:15ish, and I looked at my 4-hour chart, and my 4-hour chart, looked something like this. So my 4-hour chart was like, I was like, all right, cool, we're bullish or we're bearish on the day. We have a nice little 4-hour gap right here. And I was like, cool, we're honestly, I should have seen it off of this that we were respecting our 4-hour gap, but whatever, that's kind of my fault. Secondly, then we had I don't know what's happening. Cool, so whatever, we're just gonna leave it up because replay just wants to be a chud, I guess. And so I just don't want to really deal with this, so we're gonna leave it, and we're gonna talk about it. Cool. So, coming into market open 9 o'clock, we had the hourly. I should have seen that we were, so we had disrespected these gaps here, and there was no other gaps really below that. And when I was looking at the markets, I was looking at something like this, but I was like, we're disrespecting gaps in the 1 hour, so we're chilling, right? We have nice 1-hour lows right here. And if you notice on these 1-hour lows, we have, relative equal lows over in this area. So my draw on liquidity was basically looking at this, and I was saying to myself, like, hey, like, we're probably going to end up going lower. We're probably going to come down here, just because, again, we probably would want to sweep out these lows and then come up and keep going up, and keep printing at all-time highs. But that was my conviction today. So we went to the 30-minute, and on the 30-minute we had a nice 30-minute gap right here that I was really, really happy about, until we got Drake candled right here. At 9:30 we got Drake candled straight through the 30-minute gap, which is really unfortunate. Which is kind of ironic that this actually is like a really good setup. We swept into, I would have liked us to sweep into this 30-minute gap right here. If we were to take this setup like on a 30-minute frame, sweep into this gap and then do this, but I mean, whatever, it is what it is. But basically what happened was, again, we got Drake candled out. And I was like, okay, cool, we have a 15-minute right here, and then again, we just kind of just didn't really do much with this 15-minute. We kind of just ran through the 15-minute. Again, you can see right here, 15-minute ends right there, right here. We kind of just got ran through. And after these two got disrespected, the 30-minute and the 15-minute, I should have known that we were going to go up instead. But I kept my bias. I was married to my bias, which is really, really, really bad. Shouldn't have done that. But right now we're kind of respecting this 15-minute gap right here. If ES was to go through this, like if ES inverses this gap right here on the 1, then I would probably say that it's probably going to keep going up realistically, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Because we have body to close right on the top of the gap. But if ES does close this above this, then we'll probably end up going up and take out Asian highs and probably keep going upward. But anyways, besides the point. So I was looking at it. All right, cool. 5 minute. I should have seen on the 5 minute that we were disrespecting all of these bearish gaps, and that we were kind of just respecting bullish. And this would have been a really good trade to take, actually. Trading into this 5 minute unfilled gap right here. I could have traded into this 5 minute unfilled gap right here, and we could have taken a long off of, realistically, actually there's no trade. I would have liked to see an inverse gap formed out of this 5 minute gap, and then I would have taken the trade to these highs, which would have looked something like this, and then whatever, you put the stop loss to the next candle, and then you put these highs, and whatever. But we didn't see, we saw the touch into the gap, but we didn't see any inverse gaps form. So because of that, there's no trade for me. But that's only on the 5 minute. So we can also go to the 3 minute. There's still no inverse gap. We could have gone to the 2 minute. There's still no inverse gap. We could have gone to the 1 minute. There's still no inverse gap. We did not inverse any sort of gap out of this 5 minute unfilled gap. So honestly, the buys were the best ones. The sells were looking the best for me, and that's what I took. Because again, my conviction was that we were going to go lower, because look at all of these relative equal lows that we have down here. We have all of these lows right here. Let me get my pencil and I'll draw it out for you guys. We have all of these lows right here that were just sitting liquidity. Like, we can just sweep all of this, and we have an hourly low right here. So like, we have all of this liquidity resting around an hourly low that we're just not coming and taking. Also this morning, look what happened. 9:30, bro. Like, we just, for fucking, what is this, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, we just straight Drake candle the whole time. But anyways, but again, we have all of this relative equal low right here, and stacked on top of a 1 hour low that I would have liked to see get swept and used as momentum, because also we would have swept into a 1 hour gap. Wow, we would have swept lows and swept a 1 hour gap, and then we would have been able to have a nice trade. Or if I was looking for longs, that's what I would have wanted to happen. But I also thought that the draw on liquidity would have been really high, because I would think that we'd want to come down here and sweep these lows. So because we did such a high, because we moved so vertically, I'm thinking, okay, we swept London highs, right? And I was thinking maybe we sweep Asian highs. Okay, cool, that's whatever. We swept Asian highs. There's no fair value gaps up here, but we swept Asian highs. And we're going to look for 5 minute break of structure, which we got right here. And then now we're going to look for basically the highest time frame inverse that happens. So we have a gap right here, which would have been our 3 minute gap, which I kind of missed because, not an excuse, but I missed it because I was setting up this YouTube channel and fixing it. But basically, actually I did take the trade on the right candle. Just sucks that it didn't go in my favor. But if you can see here, we have a 3 minute gap right here that we almost inversed, and then we inversed instantly right after. So I did take a short on this inverse, and I went down to the 5 minute and I put my stops. I don't remember exactly where it was, but basically I put my stops like right here, somewhere along these lines. Oh no, I entered right here because I was thinking that as soon as we hit this gap, if we inverse this gap, then we'll be good. And we inversed it and closed way below it, and I was like, okay, cool. So we inversed two gaps on this higher time frame. So I've put my stops down to this target down here. I mean, my TP down to that target right there. And my stops were just above this candle, like this. Obviously, we got stopped out. I mean, it wasn't even a good trade anyways, because I took the trade late. I mean, the 3 minute was the highest time frame gap that I could have traded on. It is what it is. I like 50% follow my rules. I 50% didn't follow my rules. It sucks, but it's part of the game, you know? Part of the game. So that's the trade for today. And you can see down here, orders, account summary, total P&L today. Today was my first trade taking on this account that I took on this account, but I lost $440.32. This is a 100K account. I need to make 6K to pass the account. If we blow it, we blow it. We'll restart and go again. But yeah, that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's gonna be more like raw like this. I don't really like doing influencery stuff, so we're gonna keep it like raw and keep it real. And yeah, so if you want to see that and you guys like that, then sub the flip up, comment, like it, and we'll get this banger going. And every day there'll be a new trade. For titles, I don't know, probably just the date and trade recap or something. I don't know, because the
Planning
date.
for your family's future?
Oh my God,
Put it in the
ad,
right
bro, no
hands with
way.
LegalZoom.
But yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, adios, twins. I'm out this John. Should have taken buys, unfortunately, but there's no inverse, so it doesn't really matter. Adios.